Is help necessary in the appeal filed at Hall County Tax Assessor? Getting your annual notice of tax assessment issued by the Hall County Tax Assessor can be both an expected occurrence and an unpleasant surprise. Instead of just accepting the tax assessment and waiting for the tax bill to come, you can appeal the tax assessor's appraised and assessed values. This is where you have to decide whether to seek or not seek professional help in filing your appeal. Your decision will be affected by several factors, such as the discrepancy between the appraised value stated on the notice and the appraised value based on your research. Regardless of your decision, here are a few things to consider when filing your appeal against the notice sent by the Hall County Tax Assessor and seeking professional help in relation to it. Basic aspects. Your chances for success in getting a favorable decision on your appeal will increase when you can take advantage of the following basic aspects. First, exercise your broad right to appeal. You can file an appeal for the entire tax assessment despite your objections being limited to a small aspect of the notice, such as the appraisal methodology used by the assessor. Second, inform the assessor about your intent to make an appeal via written communication. Be sure to write a simple yet straightforward comments indicating your intent and outlining your reasons for the appeal. Keep in mind that you are dealing with an official entity, the Hall County Tax Assessor, to be more specific, so it is best to be direct yet professional in your approach. Third, comply with the requirements for the appeal. You may, for example, be asked to submit a letter, complete a form, and show a certified appraisal report from a qualified appraiser, as well as pay the appropriate fees for the process, depending on which appeal option you choose. You will also be required to pay your taxes regardless of your decision to accept or appeal the tax assessment. When you fail to pay your taxes, you will likely face complications and financial obligations such as penalties and interest. Preparatory steps. Keep in mind that appealing your tax assessment notice issued by the Hall County Tax Assessor will require the conduct of preparatory steps. Otherwise, your chances for tax savings will substantially diminish. These steps include: Step number 1, researching the fair market values of similar or comparable properties in the area, such as by using public directories, asking neighborhood friends, and looking at real estate prices. Step number 2, asking the appraiser from the tax assessor's office about the factors and methodologies used in the computation of your property's appraised values, if possible. Step number 3, hiring a property tax consultant to conduct his own appraisal activities and prepare a value report that can be used during the appeal, and Step number 4, anticipating counterarguments from the tax assessor and county appraiser. Do these preparatory steps sound time-consuming to comply with? Do you lack the knowledge and skills to mount your own tax appeal? Do you have other things to do besides conduct the research and file the papers? If you answered yes to one or all of these questions regarding the appeal of your tax assessment notice from the Hall County Tax Assessor, then you should contact Fair Assessments for assistance.